The Force binds all things across the galaxy, connecting every living being in an invisible web of energy and destiny. But what happens when something from beyond the stars arrives? Something that operates on an entirely different power, follows different laws, and carries the strength to shatter planets? The galaxy was about to find out. Goku's fist connected with Beerus's palm, the shockwave rippling across the stratosphere of Earth. The god of destruction grinned, purple energy crackling around his form. "Not bad, Goku, but let's see how you handle this." A sphere of destructive energy erupted between them. Goku's instinct screamed. He pressed 2 fingers to his forehead. Instant transmission. Lock onto King Kai's energy signature. Get clear of the blast. The technique activated, but something went wrong. Instead of the familiar tunnel of consciousness bridging one location to another, Goku felt reality itself tear. The fabric of his universe ripped like paper, and he was falling. No, hurtling through a void that shouldn't exist. Colors that had no name swirled around him. His Kai flickered and sputtered like a candle in a hurricane. Then, with the force of a meteor strike, he slammed back into reality. Goku tumbled through the vacuum of space, his body instinctively holding his breath. Stars, unfamiliar constellations he'd never seen from Earth, stretched endlessly in every direction. His Kai felt wrong, muted, like trying to sense energy underwater. A strange, pervasive force filled everything around him, making it difficult to lock onto anything specific. Where am I? He spun slowly in zero gravity, trying to orient himself. No Earth, no familiar energy signatures, nothing but stars and... His eyes widened. A moon hung before him. No, not a moon. It was too angular, too perfect. A massive gray sphere the size of a small planet, its surface covered in geometric patterns and what looked like a massive circular indent on one hemisphere. Technological, artificial, and it was charging something. Even through the strange interference, Goku could feel energy building inside that structure. Massive energy, destructive energy. The circular indent began to glow an ominous green. "Super laser charged!" A voice crackled across Imperial comm channels inside the Death Star. "Commence primary ignition in 30 seconds. Grand Moff Tarkin stood on the command bridge, hands clasped behind his back, watching the peaceful planet of Alderaan hover in the viewport. "You may fire when ready." Goku floated in space, his Saiyan instincts screaming danger. That thing, whatever it was about to fire something devastating. He could feel it building, feel the wrongness of that much destructive power being unleashed. His body moved before his mind caught up. He rocketed toward the space station, his aura flaring gold. No, flickering gold. His Super Saiyan transformation stuttered, unreliable in this strange dimension. His Kai felt like it was fighting through mud, only reaching about 85% of its normal potency. But 85% of Goku's power was still enough to move faster than any ship in the galaxy. The Death Star's super laser fired. The emerald beam lanced across space toward Alderaan. And Goku, on pure instinct, thrust his palms forward. Kamehameha! The blue wave of concentrated ki erupted from his hands. In his own universe, it would have been a controlled, focused blast. Here, with his power fluctuating and his control disrupted by the dimensional interference, it came out wild, raw. The Kamehameha collided with the super laser beam. For a fraction of a second, the two energies struggled against each other. Technological destructive power versus concentrated life force from another reality entirely. The laws of physics in this universe had never encountered Kai before, didn't know how to process it. The energies didn't cancel out, they merged. The feedback screamed back down the super laser channel like lightning through a copper wire. Goku's Kai, infused with the super laser's massive power output, punched straight into the Death Star's reactor core. On the command bridge, alarms shrieked. "Sir, reactor breach. Cascade failure in all primary systems." Tarkin's eyes widened in the last second of his life. "That's impossible." The Death Star exploded. Not the relatively contained destruction that would occur years later in the Battle of Endor. This was catastrophic. Goku's ki had infected the reactor core itself, turning the entire station into a bomb. The explosion erupted outward in a sphere of green and blue fire, fragments the size of Star Destroyers spinning away in every direction. Goku tumbled backward from the shockwave, his vision blurring. The strange energy in this universe, that pervasive force, surged and rippled like a pond when a stone hits the water. Across the galaxy, force-sensitive beings gasped and staggered. On Dagobah, Yoda's eyes snapped open. Impossible. That was. On the Death Star's escort, Star Destroyer, Darth Vader gripped the railing as the flagship exploded ahead of him. Through the Force, he felt Grand Moff Tarkin's life extinguish, along with thousands of others. But more than that, he felt something else. Something that shouldn't exist. A power that wasn't the Force. My lord, Captain Piet's voice shook. The Death Star, it's gone. Completely destroyed. We're detecting a massive energy signature moving away from the debris field. Vader's respirator hissed. Show me. The view screen zoomed in. Through the dissipating explosion, sensors caught a glimpse of a humanoid figure, wreathed in flickering golden energy, tumbling through space toward the nearest planet. Tatooine. Bring me that being, Vader commanded, his voice cold as the void. Alive! Goku barely registered entering atmosphere. His body burned as friction heated his skin. Not enough to hurt him, but enough to disorient him further. The golden aura around him sputtered and died. His vision swam. Below, twin suns beat down on an endless desert. He tried to control his descent, but his Ki wouldn't respond properly. The ground rushed up to meet him. Goku hit the dune's sea like a meteor, the impact throwing up a massive plume of sand. He bounced once, twice, then skidded to a halt in a crater of fused glass. For a moment, he just lay there, staring up at two suns in an alien sky. Okay, he groaned, pushing himself to his feet and brushing sand from his gawai. That wasn't supposed to happen. His stomach growled. Man, I'm starving. Somewhere in the depths of space, the Emperor felt the Death Star's destruction through the Force, felt the unprecedented power that had caused it, and Palpatine smiled. If you want to see more characters enter the Star Wars galaxy, hit that subscribe button and drop the name of a character you'd want to see in the comments below. May the Force be with you. The Imperial Star Destroyer Devastator broke from hyperspace 3 hours after the Death Star's destruction. Darth Vader stood on the command bridge, his masked gaze fixed on the debris field that had been the Empire's ultimate weapon. Fragments the size of cities drifted through space. Escape pods, pitifully few, scattered like seeds in the wind. The Emperor's prize, his instrument of absolute control, reduced to scrap metal and corpses. My lord, Admiral Mahdi approached cautiously. We've completed the preliminary scan. The energy signature we detected has been traced to Tatooine. Long-range sensors indicate a single humanoid life form at the impact site. Dispatch a full battalion, Vader ordered. I want that being captured and brought before me. Non-lethal force only. He paused. If possible. Sir, with respect, we have no idea what we're dealing with. Shouldn't we request additional Star Destroyers? Vader turned slowly. The Admiral took an involuntary step back. The Emperor has been informed. He has particular interest in this being. We will not fail him. Now go! As Mahdi scurried away, Vader returned his attention to the viewport. Through the Force, he could still feel the echo of what had happened. That energy, neither light nor dark, yet possessing power that rivaled the greatest Force users he'd ever encountered. Power that might rival even the Emperor himself. The thought should have troubled him. Instead, Darth Vader felt something he hadn't experienced in years. Curiosity. Goku trudged across the sand, his boots sinking with each step. The twin suns beat down mercilessly, and while the heat didn't particularly bother him, the endless dunes were getting annoying. There's gotta be someone around here, he muttered, shielding his eyes against the glare. Maybe they'll have food and know where I am. He tried to sense energy signatures, his usual method of finding civilization, but that strange interference persisted. Everything felt muted, distant, like trying to hear underwater. The pervasive energy he'd first noticed in space filled everything here too. It wasn't hostile, just present. ancient, binding. A massive skeleton jutted from a dune ahead, some kind of serpent creature longer than Shenron. Goku whistled appreciatively. Cool! Wonder if they taste good! His stomach growled again. In the distance, something glinted. Metal. Goku's face brightened, and he kicked off the ground, hovering a few feet above the sand. Flying felt slightly harder than normal. That dimensional interference again, but manageable. He floated toward the metallic glint, covering miles in seconds. A homestead materialized from the heat shimmer. Moisture evaporators rose like skeletal fingers around a domed structure half buried in the sand. A land speeder sat parked near the entrance, and two figures stood outside, one elderly in tan robes, the other young and blonde, both staring up at the sky, at him. Goku dropped to the sand a respectful distance away, waving. Hey, sorry to drop in like this, but I'm kinda lost. You guys know where... The old man's hand shot up. Wait. Something in his voice made Goku pause. The elderly man stepped forward, his weathered face beneath the hood showing shock. His eyes, pale blue and ancient, studied Goku with an intensity that reminded him of Master Roshi when he got serious. Luke, the old man said quietly, stay behind me. Ben, what? Do as I say. The young man, Luke, stepped back, but his hand drifted towards something on his belt. Goku noticed but didn't react. He'd faced enough fights to recognize caution versus actual hostility. I'm Goku, he offered, keeping his voice friendly. Son Goku from Earth. I was in the middle of something when my instant transmission went wrong and... He gestured vaguely at the sky. Ended up here, wherever here is. The old man's eyes narrowed. Instant transmission? I am unfamiliar with that force technique. Force? Nah, it's not. Wait, you can sense Kai? Goku's expression brightened. That's great. Maybe you can help me figure out why everything feels so weird here. My power's all muted and... Ben? Luke ventured. What's going on? The explosion in space. Now this guy just floating down from nowhere? Obi-Wan Kenobi, though he'd been Ben for so long he almost forgot his true name, felt the force swirling in unprecedented patterns. This being before him registered in the force, but strangely, like an echo, a reflection of something that shouldn't exist in this reality, and the power he sensed. You, Obi-Wan said carefully, that explosion in orbit, 3 hours ago, were you involved? Goku scratched his head sheepishly. Yeah, about that. I was trying to stop this huge weapon from firing, but my Kamehameha kind of mixed with whatever energy it was using and... He made an explosion gesture with his hands. Boom. I didn't mean to destroy it. It just sort of happened. Is everyone okay? Silence. Luke and Obi-Wan stared at him. You... Luke's voice cracked. You destroyed the Death Star? Is that what that thing was called? Goku frowned. Death Star? That's a pretty ominous name. What was it for? Destroying planets, Obi-Wan said flatly. The Empire built it to enforce control through terror. It was... He paused, processing. On its way to destroy Alderaan. Goku's expression shifted. The friendly confusion vanished, replaced by something harder. Destroy a planet? With people on it? Billions, Obi-Wan confirmed. Men, women, children. The Emperor intended to demonstrate the station's power by obliterating an entire peaceful world. The air around Goku shimmered, not with heat, but with barely restrained energy. For just a moment, Obi-Wan felt what this being could do if he chose violence. The Force itself seemed to recoil from the raw power. Then Goku took a breath, and the moment passed. So I saved them? He asked. The people on that planet? You did, Obi-Wan said, though I suspect you've also made yourself the Empire's primary target. They will hunt you relentlessly. Let them try, Goku shrugged. But why would anyone want to blow up a planet? That's just evil. Luke found his voice. Ben, if he destroyed the Death Star, doesn't that make him... I mean, the rebellion's been trying to find a weakness for years. He just destroyed the whole thing by accident? Indeed. Obi-Wan studied Goku with new eyes. This being, the Saiyan, whatever that meant, had accomplished what the entire Rebel Alliance couldn't, and he didn't even understand what he'd done. The Empire, Obi-Wan said. The government that controls most of this galaxy. They will send everything they have to capture or kill you. You're not safe here. Nowhere in the Outer Rim is safe now. Goku's stomach growled loudly. All three of them looked down at his abdomen. Sorry, Goku grinned sheepishly. Fighting gods in traveling dimensions makes me really hungry. You guys wouldn't happen to have any food, would you? Despite everything, the Death Star's destruction, the certain Imperial response, the complete impossibility of the being standing before him, Obi-Wan Kenobi laughed. Luke, I think we'd better feed our guest before the Empire arrives. The hologram flickered to life in the center of the Devastator's conference room. Emperor Palpatine's hooded figure materialized, his yellow eyes gleaming in the shadows. Darth Vader knelt. What is thy bidding, my master? Rise, Lord Vader. The Emperor's voice carried dark amusement. I trust you felt the disturbance? Yes, Master. The Death Star was destroyed by an unknown entity. We've traced it to Tatooine. Yes. Palpatine's smile was terrible to behold. I have foreseen many paths through the Force, my apprentice. But this I did not see. A power from beyond our reality, a warrior of such strength that physics itself bends to his will. You know what he is? I know what he represents. Opportunity. The Emperor leaned forward. Grand Moff Tarkin was useful, but predictable. The Death Star was a symbol, nothing more. True power lies not in weapons, but in beings who are weapons. This, Saiyan, if he can be turned, controlled, bent to our will. Saiyan, Vader repeated, a warrior race from beyond our galaxy, beyond our very universe. If my meditation in the dark side speaks true, they are born for battle. They grow stronger with each fight, each near death. Their potential is, the Emperor's eyes gleamed, unlimited. Vader felt a chill despite his suit's environmental controls. Then he is a threat. Only if we cannot control him. Go to Tatooine, find him, test him. If he can be swayed to our side, do so. If not, the Emperor's smile faded. Destroy him by any means necessary. I will dispatch the Inquisitors as reinforcement. It will be done, my master. The hologram died. Vader turned to the viewport, watching Tatooine's yellow sphere grow larger as they approached. Through the Force, he could sense something down there, a bright point of energy that burned like a star, yet somehow existed outside the Force's normal flow. This Saiyan had destroyed the Death Star by accident. What could he do on purpose? Luke set down a plate of bantha steak and hydration biscuits. Goku's eyes lit up like Life Day had come early. Thank you for the food. What followed was something neither Luke nor Obi-Wan were prepared for. Goku didn't eat the meal, he inhaled it. Plate after plate disappeared in seconds. Luke kept bringing more food from their emergency stores, his jaw dropping further with each serving. How is that possible? Luke whispered to Obi-Wan. He's eaten enough for 10 people. I suspect normal rules don't apply to our guest, Obi-Wan murmured back, stroking his beard thoughtfully. Finally, after consuming what amounted to a week's worth of rations, Goku leaned back with a satisfied sigh. Man, that hit the spot. Thanks. You're welcome, Luke managed. So, where are you from exactly? You said Earth? Yep. Well, I was born on planet Vegeta, but that got destroyed when I was a baby. Frieza blew it up. I grew up on Earth, though, in the mountains. Trained under Master Roshi and Kami, fought in the World Martial Arts Tournament, saved the world a bunch of times, he counted on his fingers. Fought the Red Ribbon Army, King Piccolo, Piccolo Jr., Raditz, he was my brother. Then the Saiyans, Frieza again, the androids, Cell, Majin Buu. He trailed off, noticing their expressions. What? You've saved your world, Obi-Wan said slowly. Multiple times. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my friends helped too. Krillin, Piccolo, Vegeta, though he was evil at first. Gohan, Trunks, everyone. We work together when the bad guys show up. Luke looked at Obi-Wan. Ben, is he like a Jedi? No, Obi-Wan said firmly. The Force flows around him, but not through him. Not the way it flows through you or me. His power is Something else entirely. Something I've never encountered in all my years. Oh, that? Goku perked up. Yeah, I noticed that weird energy everywhere. It's making it hard to sense things properly. Back home, I can feel ki from anywhere on the planet, even across the universe sometimes. But here, it's like everything's covered in static. Is that the Force thing you mentioned? The Force is an energy field created by all living thing, Obi-Wan explained. It surrounds us, penetrates us, binds the galaxy together. Those sensitive to it can sense other beings, predict danger, even move objects with thought alone. Goku's eyes widened. You can sense energy too? And do telekinesis? That's awesome. Can you fly? Fly? No, Want me to teach you? It's not that hard once you learn to control your ki. Kai. Yeah, life energy. Everyone has it. Well, everyone in my universe. I guess here it's mixed up with this Force energy. Goku stood and his aura flickered briefly around him. White tinged with gold, crackling with barely contained power. See, Kai. I use it for everything. Fighting, flying, sensing, shooting energy blasts. The Force rippled. Luke stumbled back, suddenly lightheaded. Goku, Obi-Wan said urgently. Your power. Can you suppress it? Huh? Oh! The aura vanished. Sorry, I forget sometimes. Why? Because every Force-sensitive being in the sector probably just felt that, including Obi-Wan's expression darkened. Darth Vader. Who's that? The Emperor's enforcer, a Dark Lord of the Sith. He was once a Jedi named... An explosion rocked the homestead. All three men rushed outside. In the sky, a massive triangular ship descended through the atmosphere, its shadow falling across the dune sea like a predator's wing. Smaller ships, Luke recognized them as TIE fighters, screamed overhead in formation. What is that? Goku asked, shielding his eyes. Imperial Star Destroyer, Luke breathed. Ben, they found us. A dozen dropships detached from the massive vessel, rocketing toward their position. Obi-Wan ignited his lightsaber. The blue blade hummed to life. Goku tilted his head. That's a cool sword, but why are they attacking? They're here for you, Obi-Wan said grimly. The Empire doesn't forgive, doesn't forget. You destroyed their ultimate weapon. They'll want answers. I already told you it was an accident. They won't care. The dropships landed, hatches hissing open. Stormtroopers poured out, dozens of them, forming a perimeter around the homestead. Heavy weapons hummed to life. Officers barked orders, and then the command shuttle landed. The ramp lowered with a pneumatic hiss. Steam curled away from the hydraulics. Darth Vader descended, his black cape billowing in the desert wind. Even from 50 meters away, Goku felt it. That energy, darker than anything he'd sensed before, yet familiar somehow, like the Majin mark on Vegeta, like Dabura, corrupted power, willingly embraced. That's him, Obi-Wan whispered. That's Vader. The Dark Lord stopped 10 meters from them. His respirator hissed rhythmically in the sudden silence. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Vader's voice was death itself. The Force reveals all. 20 years, and you dare show yourself now? Obi-Wan's grip tightened on his lightsaber. Hello, old friend. I am not your friend. Vader's masked gaze shifted to Goku. You. Step forward. Goku glanced at Obi-Wan, who gave a barely perceptible shake of his head. Nah, I'm good here, Goku called back. You the guy in charge? Look, the whole Death Star thing was an accident. I was just trying to stop it from, you will come with me to the Emperor, willingly or in pieces. Choose. Goku's expression hardened. I don't like being threatened. Then you will learn to fear. Vader raised his hand. Goku felt something grab him, not physical, but a pressure in the air itself, trying to close around his throat. The Force attempting to choke the life from him. It couldn't grip him properly. His Kai, his life force from another universe entirely, didn't respond to the Force the way normal matter did. It was like trying to grab water with a net. Vader's eyes widened behind his mask, the first surprise he'd felt in years. Goku brushed his neck, confused. Was something supposed to happen? Impossible, Vader breathed. I warned you, Obi-Wan said quietly. He's unlike anything you've faced. Vader's lightsaber ignited. The crimson blade cast blood-colored shadows across the sand. Then I will face him with steel. All units, hold position, Vader commanded. Do not fire unless ordered. The stormtroopers maintained their perimeter, weapons trained but fingers off triggers. This was their master's fight. Goku stepped forward, rolling his shoulders. Look, I really don't want to fight you. Where I come from, we usually talk things out first, or at least figure out who's actually the bad guy. I am no villain, Vader rumbled. I am order, peace. The Empire brings stability to a chaotic galaxy. You destroyed the instrument of that peace. Your instrument was about to kill billions of people. Goku's voice sharpened. I've fought guys like you before. Guys who think killing innocents is okay if it makes things easier. They were wrong too. Behind them, Luke watched in awe as this stranger, this Goku, stood toe-to-toe with the galaxy's most feared enforcer without a trace of fear. Obi-Wan's lightsaber remained ignited, ready to intervene. But the old Jedi's instincts told him this was beyond his capability to influence. You understand nothing of galactic politics, Vader continued. The rebellion spreads chaos. Terrorist acts destabilize systems. The Death Star would have ended the conflict in one demonstration. By blowing up a planet? By ensuring no one would dare rebel again. Goku shook his head. That's just fear. Where I'm from, we had a guy named Frieza who ruled through fear. Controlled hundreds of planets, killed anyone who resisted. You know what happened to him? Enlighten me. I killed him. Goku's expression was absolutely serious. Because ruling through fear isn't peace, it's just postponing the fight. Vader's respirator hissed faster. Anger. Your philosophy is that of a child. Maybe, but I've saved my universe more times than I can count. So my philosophy works. Then prove it. Vader raised his lightsaber to guard position. Defeat me, and I will arrange your transport to anywhere in the galaxy. Refuse, and my troops will level this homestead with you inside it. Obi-Wan stepped forward. Vader, this is between us, not him, not Luke. Leave them out of... I warned him once before, Vader interrupted, his gaze never leaving Goku. When you return, old man, I will finish what I should have done years ago. But first, the crimson blade hummed. I faced the destroyer of the Death Star. Goku sighed. All right, if you insist. But I'm not gonna kill you. Your mercy, Vader said, is arrogance. He moved. For a being encased in heavy cybernetic armor, Darth Vader was impossibly fast. The Force enhanced his speed, his strength, his reflexes. The lightsaber came down in a classical gem-so power strike, the kind that could cleave through blast doors. Goku caught the blade between his palms. The lightsaber, a weapon that cut through nearly anything, stopped dead. Contained plasma met ki-reinforced skin and found itself unable to cut. The blade sizzled and sparked where Goku's hands gripped it, but didn't penetrate. Vader froze in shock. Interesting weapon, Goku observed, studying the blade calmly. Hot, probably cuts through most stuff, but you're telegraphing your attacks way too much. He released the blade and tapped Vader's chest plate with one finger. The Dark Lord rocketed backward, tumbling across the sand like a discarded toy. He crashed through a moisture evaporator, demolishing it, before coming to rest 30 meters away. His armor sparked from the impact. The stormtroopers shifted nervously. No one had ever seen Lord Vader handled so easily. Vader rose slowly, using the Force to steady himself. His respirator wheezed, damage to the breathing apparatus. Through the Force, he could feel broken ribs even beneath the armor's protection. That tap had hit like a freighter at full throttle. What are you? Vader demanded. I told you, a martial artist from Earth. Also a Saiyan. That's a warrior race. We're pretty tough. Goku dropped into a ready stance. Your turn. Show me what you can really do. Vader called upon the dark side, drew it into himself like water into a sponge. Let the power fill his broken body, multiply his strength tenfold. The Force screamed around him, reality itself bending to his will. He thrust out his hand. The land speeder tore from the ground and hurtled toward Goku at supersonic speed. Goku punched it. The vehicle exploded into fragments, pieces spinning away harmlessly. Vader pulled harder on the Force. The The moisture evaporators uprooted themselves and flew like javelins. The sand itself rose in a whirling storm, obscuring vision. Through it all, Vader sent a barrage of telekinetic strikes, pressures that could crush Duraplast like tissue paper. Goku walked through it all. His aura flickered around him, that white gold energy that Vader's senses couldn't fully comprehend, deflecting or absorbing each attack. The evaporators bounced off his body. The sand parted around him like waves before a ship's prow. "Is that all?" Goku called through the storm. "Come on, you're supposed to be strong." Vader channeled force lightning. Blue-white electricity arced from his fingertips. The Emperor's favorite technique, mastered despite the agony it caused his cybernetic systems. Power enough to kill a dozen men at once, to overload starship systems, to reduce flesh to ash. It hit Goku square in the chest. He flinched. "Ow! That actually stings!" Goku rubbed his chest, his GI smoking slightly. "Okay, that's something. Got any more tricks?" Vader's breathing became labored. The lightning had damaged his suit further. His organic hands trembled from the exertion. And this being, this Saiyan, treated his most devastating attack like a minor inconvenience. "You cannot be defeated," Vader said, the realization settling like a weight on his chest. "Sure I can. Back home there are guys way stronger than me. Beerus, Wiz, the other gods of destruction. I'm still training to catch up." Goku's expression softened. "But I don't think you're trying to beat me. I think you're testing me." "Perceptive." Vader deactivated his lightsaber. "The Emperor sensed your arrival, felt your power through the Force. He wants you brought before him. And if I say no, then he will send everything the Empire possesses to capture or kill you. Fleets, armies, super weapons. He does not accept refusal." Goku considered this. "Sounds like a real piece of work, your Emperor. He is the most powerful Force user in the galaxy, a master of the dark side. He has ruled for decades because none can challenge him." Goku's eyes gleamed. "Powerful? Huh?" Vader felt a chill. "You're considering fighting him? Well, if he's that strong, it'd be a good fight. I haven't had a real challenge since Beerus, and that was more of a sparring match. Your Emperor sounds like..." "No!" Everyone turned. Obi-Wan Kenobi stepped forward, his lightsaber still ignited, his expression grave. "Goku, you don't understand what you're suggesting. Palpatine, the Emperor, he's not just powerful, he's evil. Pure, calculated evil. He orchestrated the fall of the Republic, the genocide of the Jedi, the enslavement of entire systems. Facing him isn't a game." "I know," Goku said seriously, "but if he's as bad as you say, shouldn't someone stop him?" "The rebellion is working toward that goal, but it requires strategy, time, resources, or," Goku interrupted gently, "one really strong guy." Vader's respirator hissed. Was that amusement? "The Saiyan proposes single combat with the Emperor. Fascinating." "This isn't your fight," Luke burst out. "You just got here. You don't owe us anything." Goku turned to the young man and smiled, a warm, genuine expression that seemed out of place in the tense standoff. "Back home, my grandpa Gohan taught me something. He said a martial artist doesn't fight for personal gain or glory. They fight to protect people who can't protect themselves." He looked at Obi-Wan. "You said that Death Star was going to destroy a planet full of innocent people, and this Emperor guy built it, ordered it, wants to do it again probably. That makes it my problem." "Your grandpa," Obi-Wan said quietly. "Sounds like he understood the Jedi philosophy better than most Jedi." "He was a good man." Goku's expression clouded briefly, then cleared. "So, Mr. Vader, how about a deal? I'll go meet your Emperor, see what he's about, but only if you promise not to hurt these guys while I'm gone." Vader studied him through the Force. This being, this impossibly powerful warrior, was completely sincere. No deception, no hidden agenda. He genuinely wanted to protect two strangers he just met. "You would trade your freedom for theirs?" "I'm not trading anything. I'm just making sure they're safe while I check things out." Goku grinned. "Besides, I'm getting kind of curious about this Force thing. Maybe your Emperor can explain what it is and why it's messing with my kind." You're insane, Vader said flatly. I get that a lot. For a long moment, the only sound was wind across sand and Vader's mechanical breathing. Very well, Vader finally said. I will convey your offer to the Emperor. In exchange, I will ensure these two remain unharmed. You have my word. Cool. Goku powered down completely, his aura vanishing. So, how do we get to wherever he is? The Imperial Palace on Coruscant. We will travel aboard my flagship. Flagship? Is that like a spaceship? Those are so cool. I've been in a few, but I've never really explored one. Do they have food? Vader turned toward his shuttle, cape billowing. Commander, have the detention block prepared and ensure the galley is fully stocked. The galley, my lord? The Saiyan eats more than an entire battalion. Just do it. As Vader walked away, Obi-Wan grabbed Goku's arm. This is madness. You're walking into a trap. Maybe, Goku acknowledged, but I've walked into traps before. Usually works out. Usually. Well, sometimes I die, but I get better. Obi-Wan stared at him. Long story, Goku said apologetically. Look, these Empire guys seem like bad news. Your Emperor sounds really bad news. Someone's got to stand up to him, right? Might as well be me. The Force itself bends to Palpatine's will. He can see the future, read minds, kill with a thought. So could Boo. I beat him. Goku patted Obi-Wan's shoulder. Don't worry so much. I'll be fine. And hey, if your Emperor is as evil as you say, maybe I can do something about it. Luke found his voice. What if you can't? Goku's expression became absolutely serious. Then I'll try harder. He walked toward Vader's shuttle, waving cheerfully. See you guys later? Stay safe. Luke and Obi-Wan watched the shuttle lift off, followed by the Star Destroyer ascending back into orbit. In minutes, the fleet disappeared into hyperspace. Ben, Luke said quietly. What have we done? I don't know, Luke. Obi-Wan deactivated his lightsaber, suddenly feeling very old and very tired. But I suspect the galaxy will never be the same. In the shuttle, Goku pressed his face against the viewport, watching the stars. This is going to be interesting. Vader, standing beside him, couldn't disagree. The Devastator emerged from hyperspace in the Coruscant system 12 hours later. Goku had spent most of the journey eating, much to the galley crew's horror, and asking questions about everything he saw. The stormtroopers assigned to guard him quickly learned that detention was a flexible concept when your prisoner could punch through blast doors and showed no interest in escaping. So these TIE fighters, Goku asked, pointing at the hangar bay below, they don't have hyperspace engines? How do they get anywhere? The officer escorting him, Captain Piet, had given up trying to maintain Imperial dignity hours ago. They're short-range craft. Star Destroyers carry them. Seems inefficient. Back home, even our basic ships can travel between planets. We have thousands of Star Destroyers across the galaxy. Oh, Goku considered this. Your Empire's pretty big, huh? The Emperor controls millions of systems across the known galaxy. Wow, and people just let him? Piet chose his words carefully. The Empire provides order, protection from chaos. By threatening to blow up planets? Silence. Goku looked at the captain, his expression genuinely curious. You seem like a decent guy. How'd you end up working for someone who does stuff like that? Piet struggled with the question. I'm a soldier. I follow orders. The chain of command. But you make choices, right? Someone orders you to kill innocent people. You can say no. Refusal means execution. Then you fight back. Against the Empire? Piet almost laughed. One man against millions? That's suicide. Maybe, Goku shrugged. Or maybe you inspire others. Show them they can stand up too. That's how most revolutions start, I think. Before Piet could respond, Vader's voice crackled over the comm. Bring the Saiyan to the bridge. We're approaching Coruscant. The planet filled the viewport like a jewel. City lights covered every visible surface, arcologies rising kilometers into the atmosphere. Goku's eyes widened. Whoa, the whole planet's one big city? Coruscant, capital of the Empire, heart of the galaxy. Vader stood at the forward viewport, hands clasped behind his back. 1 trillion inhabitants. 10,000 years of continuous civilization, the seat of ultimate power. Must be a nightmare to get food for everyone. Vader's respirator hitched. Another laugh. Agricultural worlds across the galaxy supply Coruscant. Entire systems exist solely to feed the capital. That's actually pretty impressive, Goku admitted. My Earth only has a few billion people, and we sometimes have trouble feeding everyone. The Star Destroyer descended through the atmosphere. Sky lanes filled with traffic parted before the massive vessel. Imperial authority made manifest. Below, the Senate district spread out like a geometric flower, with the Imperial Palace at its center. A massive pyramidal structure of dark stone and crimson lights. It radiated menace even from orbit. Goku felt it through his Kai sense. That dark energy concentrated there, dense and powerful and ancient. Your Emperor's in there. The Emperor awaits in the throne room, Vader confirmed. You will be granted an audience immediately. Just like that? No waiting in line or anything? The Emperor has been anticipating your arrival since the moment the Death Star fell. He has meditated deeply on your purpose here. Something in Vader's tone made Goku pause. You sound worried. The Emperor is never without a plan. Every possibility, every outcome, he has foreseen and prepared for. You represent an unknown variable. Vader turned his mask toward Goku. He will seek to understand you, to use you, to control you. If you refuse, he'll try to kill me. He will succeed in killing you. Do not underestimate the Emperor because of his appearance. Beneath that frail exterior lies power that has toppled governments and extinguished entire Force lineages. Even I, Vader's hands clenched, am nothing compared to what he can unleash when truly threatened. Goku studied the Dark Lord. You're scared of him. I am wise enough to fear what should be feared, but you serve him anyway. I serve the order he provides. The alternative is chaos, or freedom, Goku suggested quietly. Vader said nothing. The shuttle descended, landing on a private platform high on the palace's eastern face. Elite royal guards, crimson-robed figures carrying force pikes, stood at attention. No ordinary stormtroopers here. These were the Emperor's personal protectors, force-sensitive warriors trained in the dark arts. They parted as Vader approached, Goku following casually behind. The palace interior was all black marble and crimson banners. Statues of long-dead Sith lords lined the corridors. Marka Ragnos, Naga Sato, Frieden Nad, ancient tyrants frozen in stone. Goku felt their lingering presence in the Force, echoes of darkness that had seeped into the very walls. Creepy place, he observed. The Emperor appreciates history. These halls contain artifacts from 10,000 years of Sith tradition. The Sith are the bad guys, right? The Sith seek power through the dark side of the Force. The Jedi sought peace through suppression of emotion. Neither philosophy is inherently good or evil. They are tools, nothing more. That sounds like something a bad guy would say. Vader's respirator actually did laugh this time, a broken, mechanical sound. Perhaps the galaxy is more complex than your simple morality allows. They reached a massive door, 10 meters tall, inscribed with ancient Sith runes. It swung open silently. The throne room beyond was vast and dark. High windows provided the only illumination. Narrow shafts of sunlight cutting through shadows like blades. And at the far end, seated on a throne of black stone, sat Emperor Palpatine. He looked ancient, wizened, almost frail, his pale skin hanging loose on his bones, his eyes sunken deep in their sockets. But those eyes, yellow and gleaming with malevolent intelligence, tracked Goku's every movement. "Welcome," the Emperor rasped, his voice like dry leaves. "Welcome, son Goku, warrior from beyond the stars. I have waited with great anticipation for this meeting." Goku walked forward, his footsteps echoing in the cavernous space. He stopped a respectful distance from the throne and bowed slightly. Not submission, just basic courtesy. "You're the Emperor? You seem older than I expected." "Flattery," Palpatine's smile revealed yellow teeth. "Or honesty. I cannot sense your intentions through the Force. How Refreshing. Tell me, young Saiyan, what brings you to my empire? Accident, mostly. I was fighting someone back home. My instant transmission went wrong, and I ended up in your galaxy. Then your Death Star was about to shoot something. I tried to stop it, and he shrugged. Here we are. Yes, here we are. The Emperor leaned forward slightly. You destroyed the most powerful weapon ever constructed, killed thousands of my subjects, disrupted decades of planning. His smile widened. I should have you executed, slowly, painfully. Your screams broadcast across every Imperial world as a warning to those who defy me. But you won't, Goku said. No, Palpatine settled back. No, I will not. Because you interest me. Because your power is unlike anything this galaxy has ever known. Because, his eyes glittered, you could be useful. Not interested in working for someone who blows up planets. Ah, morality. How tiresome. The Emperor waved a withered hand. I do not ask for your loyalty, Saiyan. Not yet. I ask only for understanding. Let me show you something. He gestured. The windows flickered. No, not the windows. The Emperor was projecting visions directly into Goku's mind through the Force. Despite the dimensional incompatibility, Palpatine was powerful enough to bridge the gap. Goku saw Coruscant during the Clone Wars. Chaos. Separatist droids killing civilians in the streets. Ships crashing into arcologies. The Republic's Senate paralyzed by bureaucracy and corruption, unable to act while citizens died. The Jedi Order. Powerful, arrogant, detached from the people they swore to protect. Their dogma preventing them from ending conflicts quickly, prolonging suffering in the name of their narrow philosophy. The Empire rising, order imposed, conflicts ended by superior force. Systems that resisted, destroyed. Systems that complied, protected, allowed to prosper. I brought peace, Palpatine whispered, through strength, through fear, through absolute power that brooks no defiance. Yes, I am harsh. Yes, I am cruel. But the alternative is chaos, is millions more dead in endless warfare, is the galaxy tearing itself apart. The vision faded. Goku shook his head, clearing it. That's a pretty speech, but I've heard versions of it before. Frieza said something similar, that he brought order to the universe. King Piccolo claimed he was ending the hypocrisy of good people who did nothing. They were all wrong too. Were they? Palpatine's expression didn't change. Or did they simply lack the strength to maintain their vision? They lacked something, all right, but it wasn't strength. Then what? Heart. Goku met the Emperor's gaze steadily. They didn't care about the people they ruled. They just wanted power for its own sake. And people can tell the difference. That's why they eventually get beaten. Palpatine studied him for a long moment. Then, to Vader's surprise, the Emperor laughed. Not the cruel cackle of a villain, but genuine amusement. You are exactly as I foresaw. Pure, incorruptible, impossibly naive. He leaned forward again. Tell me, Saiyan, what would you do in my position? How would you bring order to a galaxy of billions of inhabited worlds, trillions of individuals, all with conflicting interests and desires? I'd start by not threatening to blow up planets. And when they rebel, when they kill your people, when they spread chaos, I'd try to understand why they're rebelling, fix the actual problem, not just crush the symptoms. Wisdom from a simpleton. The Emperor's smile faded. Very well, you refuse my philosophy. You reject my methods, but you cannot deny my power. He raised one gnarled hand. Let us see how your ki withstands the dark side of the Force. Lightning erupted from his fingertips, not the measured attack Vader had used. This was pure, concentrated dark side energy. Power drawn from decades of meditation in the deepest shadows of the Force. Power that had killed Jedi Masters in seconds, that had brought entire armies to their knees. It hit Goku like a tidal wave. He staggered, his body convulsing as electricity coursed through him. His GI smoked. His hair stood on end. Pain, real pain, lanced through every nerve, but he didn't fall. Interesting, Goku gritted out through clenched teeth. Stronger than Vader's version. Palpatine increased the intensity, the throne room filled with the smell of ozone and burning cloth. The royal guards shifted nervously. They'd never seen the Emperor exert himself this much. Goku's aura flickered. White gold energy pushed back against the lightning, his ki adapting, learning to resist this new form of attack. He took a step forward, then another. The Emperor's eyes widened. Impossible! No being can withstand. I'm not from your universe, Goku gasped, still advancing. Your force doesn't work the same way. On me. He reached the base of the throne, steam rising from his body, and looked up at Palpatine. Is that your best? For the first time in decades, Emperor Palpatine felt genuine surprise. The lightning cut off. Goku swayed but remained standing, his gi scorched, his skin reddened but already healing. Remarkable, the Emperor breathed. Truly remarkable. Lord Vader, you did not exaggerate this Saiyan's resilience. I told you, Master, conventional attacks are ineffective. Yes, you did. Palpatine's smile returned, wider than before. Goku, you have passed my first test. You possess strength, certainly, but more importantly, you possess will. The question now becomes, he steepled his fingers. What will you do with such gifts in my galaxy? Go home, Goku said immediately. If I can figure out how. Of course. But until then, you exist here, in my empire. An existence, young Saiyan, requires choices. What kind of choices? Join me, and I will give you battles beyond imagination. I will find warriors from across the galaxy for you to fight. I will unlock secrets of the Force that could enhance your already considerable power. Or, his expression hardened. Stand against me, and I will ensure that every moment of your existence in this galaxy is suffering. I will hunt you. I will destroy everyone you befriend. I will make you wish you had never left your precious Earth. Goku's expression became serious. That sounds like a threat. It is a promise. I did not conquer this galaxy by accepting defiance. For a long moment, the throne room was silent except for Vader's mechanical breathing. Then Goku smiled, his trademark grin, bright and completely genuine. You know what? I think I'm gonna side with the other guys. These rebels Obi-Wan mentioned, they seem more my style. Palpatine's face darkened. You refuse the Emperor of the Galaxy? Yep, you seem like a pretty bad person, and I don't work with bad people. Plus, if you're as strong as everyone says, fighting you would be a great challenge. Win-win. Foolish child. The Emperor rose from his throne, and suddenly the frail old man was gone. Power radiated from him like heat from a sun. The Force itself screamed. You have no idea what you've done. Probably not, Goku admitted cheerfully, but I'll figure it out. Lord Vader, Palpatine commanded, his voice echoing with dark side energy. Kill him. Vader's lightsaber ignited instantly, the crimson blade casting blood-red shadows across the throne room. But he didn't immediately attack. Through the Force, he felt his master's fury, a dark storm that threatened to consume everything in its path. Master, Vader said carefully, perhaps we should. Now! Lightning crackled around Palpatine's form. Or join him in death. Vader had no choice. He lunged. Goku sidestepped the strike easily, the lightsaber whistling past his head. Hey, I thought we were past this. Didn't we already? Vader pressed the attack. Gem, So, Form V, the most aggressive lightsaber style, overhead strikes, power blows, relentless pressure. Each swing carried the weight of the Force behind it, enough to cleave through Durasteel. Goku dodged and weaved, not bothering to block. Come on, man! You know this won't work. Then die quickly. Vader channeled the Force through his blade, accelerating to speeds that blurred even to enhanced vision. The throne room became a storm of crimson light, each strike aimed to kill. Goku's expression shifted from friendly to serious. His aura flickered, white gold energy pushing back against the dark side's oppressive weight. All right, if you're serious... He caught Vader's wrist mid-swing. The Dark Lord struggled, but Goku's grip was absolute. I don't want to hurt you, but I also don't want to die. So how about we... The Emperor struck. Force lightning erupted from both of Palpatine's hands, not aimed at Goku, but at the marble floor beneath his feet. The ancient stone exploded. the entire section of flooring giving way. Goku dropped, his grip on Vader breaking, and plummeted into the darkness below. The royal guards surged forward, force pikes charged and ready. A golden light erupted from the hole. Goku shot back up, his aura fully manifested now. Brilliant white gold energy that made the force itself recoil. His eyes were serious, his playful demeanor gone. "Okay," he said quietly. "I tried being nice." He vanished. One instant he stood at the crater's edge. The next he was in front of the Emperor, his fist cocked back. Palpatine barely had time to raise a force barrier before the punch landed. The barrier shattered like glass. The Emperor flew backward, crashing through his throne and into the wall beyond. Stone cracked. Ancient Sith artifacts tumbled from their pedestals. The royal guards attacked as one. Goku moved through them like water. A tap sent one flying. A push folded another around his force pike. A casual backhand disarmed a third. In 3 seconds, all 8 elite guards lay unconscious on the marble floor. Vader stood frozen, his mind struggling to process what he'd just witnessed. The Emperor, the most powerful being in the galaxy, had been struck, had been hurt. Impossible. From the rubble, Palpatine rose. His robes were torn, his face bloodied, but his eyes burned with something Vader had never seen before. Not anger, not fury, excitement. "Yes!" The Emperor's cackling laugh filled the throne room. "Yes, show me. Show me the power of the Saiyans." His hands thrust forward. Lightning erupted. Not a single stream, but dozens, branching like a tree, filling the entire space with crackling death. The air itself ionized. The temperature spiked. This was power drawn from the deepest wells of the dark side, channeled through decades of mastery. Goku's aura flared brighter. The lightning hit him and bent, curved around the Kai field like water around stone. Some got through. Goku grunted as electricity coursed through him, but most dissipated against his energy. "Your force lightning is strong," Goku called over the crackling. "But I've tanked worse. Cell could destroy solar systems, and I beat him." "Then survive this." The Emperor pulled harder on the dark side, drew from the ancient Sith spirits bound to the palace, drew from the suffering of trillions across his empire, drew from the very fabric of the Force itself, twisting it into a weapon of pure annihilation. The throne room began to collapse. Marble cracked, windows shattered, the ceiling groaned. Goku's aura pulsed. Once, twice, then exploded outward. The Kai wave shredded the lightning, pushed back the dark side energy, and sent both the Emperor and Vader skidding backward. For a moment, the Force itself seemed to pause, stunned by this alien power that refused to acknowledge its supremacy. "I get it now," Goku said, lowering his hands. "Your Force, it's like Kai, but different. It comes from life, from emotions, from the universe itself. That's actually really cool, but it's not the only kind of power." Palpatine wiped blood from his mouth, his expression calculating. "You cannot kill me, Saiyan. I have died before and returned. I have cloned bodies waiting across the galaxy. Destroy this form and I will simply continue." "That's a neat trick, but I'm not here to kill you." "No?" The Emperor's smile returned. "Then what are you here for?" "To tell you that I'm not going to let you blow up any more planets, and that these rebels, I'm going to help them. Because from what I can tell, they're the good guys here. The rebels are terrorists, murderers. They kill Imperial citizens to further their political agenda. And you kill entire worlds to further yours. I'll take my chances with them." Palpatine's eyes narrowed. "Lord Vader, alert all Imperial forces. The Saiyan is to be captured or killed on sight. Allocate whatever resources necessary. Deploy the Inquisitors. Contact Grand Admiral Thrawn. I want this being found and eliminated. Yes, my master. As for you," the Emperor pointed one gnarled finger at Goku. "You have made an enemy of the Empire. There is nowhere in this galaxy you can hide. No one who will shelter you. I will hunt you until the stars grow cold." Goku met his gaze steadily. "You can try, but I've been hunted by gods and demons. I'm still here. We shall see." The Emperor raised both hands, not to attack, to summon. Through the Force, Palpatine called to every dark presence in the palace, every bound spirit, every cursed artifact, every shadow given form. The air turned black. Sith specters materialized, phantoms of ancient dark lords, their forms writhing with malevolent energy. They had no true substance, but the Force gave them teeth, gave them claws, gave them hate given form. They rushed Goku like a tidal wave. His aura flared. "All right, if that's how you want it," he thrust his palms forward. "Solar flare!" Blinding light erupted from his hands, not ki blast, pure concentrated illumination. The technique Master Roshi had taught him decades ago. In a throne room built for shadows, the effect was devastating. The Sith specters shrieked and dissolved. The Emperor staggered, his Force-enhanced senses overwhelmed. Even Vader's optical systems shut down, protecting themselves from the intensity. Goku shot toward the nearest window and crashed through it, glass exploding outward. He flew, out over Coruscant's endless cityscape, his golden aura a beacon against the setting suns. Below, billions of beings looked up in wonder at the impossible sight. A man flying through the sky, wrapped in light, pursued by Imperial fighters scrambling to intercept. In the throne room, Palpatine slowly opened his eyes. His retinas were burned, already healing through the Force, but the temporary blindness had cost him his prey. "Master," Vader approached cautiously, "should I pursue?" "No." The Emperor's voice was thoughtful. "Let him run. Let him think he's escaped. Meanwhile," a smile spread across his withered face, "we will prepare a proper welcome. Contact Admiral Piet, have him assemble the fleet, and send word to the Inquisitors. I want them all converging on Coruscant within the week. You're setting a trap. I'm baiting a hook. The Saiyan seeks the rebellion. Very well, we'll ensure he finds them. And when he does, when he's gathered them all in one place, feeling safe," Palpatine's eyes gleamed yellow, "we'll crush them all at once. Him, the rebels, and anyone foolish enough to stand with him." Vader felt a chill despite his environmental systems. "The Saiyan will not be easy to kill, Master." You felt his power. "Yes, magnificent. Wasn't it?" The Emperor actually laughed. "I haven't been truly challenged in decades, Lord Vader. This Goku, he's strong, perhaps stronger than any single being I've faced. But strength alone does not win wars. Strategy, manipulation, turning his greatest asset, that foolish compassion, against him." He turned to his apprentice. "The Saiyan wants to be a hero. Very well, we'll give him the opportunity, and watch as it destroys him." "And if he wins?" Palpatine's smile faded. "Then I will have underestimated him, and I will take personal interest in his destruction." Goku flew across Coruscant's sky lanes, dodging between massive buildings and weaving through traffic. TIE fighters pursued, their twin ion engines screaming, but they couldn't match his speed or maneuverability. He needed to think, needed a plan. The rebels, Obi-Wan had mentioned them, people fighting against the Empire. If he could find them, warn them that Palpatine knew he was coming, his key sense, muted though it was by the Force's interference, caught something. Familiar energy signatures. Not from this universe, but echoes of people he knew. Determination, courage, hope. There, deep in the lower levels of Coruscant, in the industrial sectors where the suns never reached. A hidden base, shielded from sensors, protected by people who'd learned to hide from Imperial eyes. Goku angled down, diving through layers of the city planet. Behind him, the TIE fighters struggled to follow. Too tight, too fast. They'd lose him in an explosion. One of the fighters, clipped by a building, spiraled into an arcology. Goku's eyes widened. He reversed course instantly, flying toward the impact site. The fighter had crashed into a residential level. Fire spread. People screamed. Goku didn't hesitate. He dove into the flames, his Kai protecting him from the heat. Found a family trapped, a Twi'lek mother and 2 children. Grabbed them, flew them to safety, went back, again, pulling survivors from the wreckage while TIE fighters circled above, not firing for fear of hitting more civilians. By the time the last person was safe, Coruscant's security forces had arrived. They stared at Goku, blasters raised but uncertain. "You're the one who destroyed the Death Star," an officer said. "Yeah, sorry about the fire. I was being chased and you saved them." The officer lowered his blaster. "You saved my sister. She was in that building." Goku blinked. "Oh, well, yeah. I couldn't just leave them." The officer looked at his squad. Then slowly, deliberately, he holstered his weapon. "We didn't see you. You understand? We didn't see anyone. But go before Imperial Command arrives." And the officer met Goku's eyes. "Thank you." Goku smiled. "No problem. Stay safe." He took off again, disappearing into the lower levels. The officer watched him go, then activated his comm. "Command, this is Unit 77. The suspect has escaped. We lost him in the industrial sector." A lie. His first deliberate act of defiance against the Empire. It would not be the last. The rebel safe house occupied an abandoned warehouse in Coruscant sub-level 1313, a place so deep that even Imperial patrols rarely ventured. Goku dropped through the darkness, following the energy signatures he'd sensed. A dozen blasters immediately trained on him. "Freeze, hands up," Goku complied, raising his hands. "Easy, I'm not here to fight. Obi-Wan Kenobi sent me. Kind of. Well, he didn't send me, but I met him on Tatooine and he knows Ben." A woman's voice cut through the tension. "Lower your weapons." The rebels parted. A human woman emerged, early 20s, wearing senatorial robes beneath a practical combat vest. Her dark hair was pulled back, and her eyes, sharp, intelligent, fierce, studied Goku with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. "I'm Leia Organa," she said, "Princess of Alderaan. And you're the man who destroyed the Death Star." "Goku. And yeah, that was me. Accident, though. An accident that saved my homeworld." Leia's expression softened fractionally. "Tarkin was taking the Death Star to Alderaan when you intervened. Billions of people are alive because of you." Goku brightened. "Really? That's great. I was worried I just made things worse." "Oh, you've definitely made things worse," another voice interjected. A Corellian man stepped forward, blaster on his hip, cocky smile on his face. "Han Solo, smuggler, currently freelancing for the rebellion. And kid, you just painted the biggest target in the galaxy on your back." "I've had targets on my back before. Not like this. The Emperor doesn't forgive. Doesn't forget." Han gestured around the warehouse. "We've been fighting this war for years, and we're barely holding on. Now you show up, destroy their superweapon, and think you can just side with us? The Empire will come down on the rebellion twice as hard." "Then I'll help you fight them," Goku said simply. "You?" Han laughed. "One guy? One really strong guy." "Strength isn't enough against the Empire," Leia interjected. "They have fleets, armies, resources we can't match. What we have is intelligence, strategy, and the hope that the galaxy will eventually rise against tyranny. Your presence could either rally systems to our cause or provoke the Emperor into a purge that wipes us out completely." Goku considered this. "So what do you want me to do?" "Honestly," Leia sighed, "I don't know. You're a variable we never planned for. But if you're sincere about helping..." She glanced at Han, then back to Goku. "We could use someone who can go places our soldiers can't. Someone the Empire can't easily kill." "What kind of places?" "Imperial black sites, weapons facilities, prison camps." A Bothan operative stepped forward, his fur matted with grime. "We have intelligence on a facility on Wobani, a labor camp where political prisoners are worked to death. If someone could infiltrate it, free the prisoners." "I'll do it," Goku said immediately. "You don't even know the details. People are suffering, right? Imprisoned for fighting against the bad guys? Then yeah, I'll help them." Leia and Han exchanged glances. "He's either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid," Han muttered. "Perhaps both," Leia replied. Then louder, "All right, Goku, we'll brief you on the mission. But understand, if you're captured, we can't rescue you. The rebellion doesn't have the resources. Don't need rescuing. Just point me at the prison." The briefing took an hour. Goku listened carefully as the Bothan operative, Faelia, explained Wobani's layout. A volcanic world, atmosphere barely breathable, its surface dotted with Imperial mining operations. The labor camp housed 3,000 prisoners, guarded by a full battalion of stormtroopers and 2 AT-AT walkers. The main challenge, Thalia concluded, is extraction. Even if you free the prisoners, getting them off-planet requires ships. We have a single light freighter standing by, but it can't evacuate everyone at once. What if I just carried them? Goku suggested. Silence. Carried 3,000 people? Han stared at him. Kid, I don't care how strong you are. I've carried mountains before. People are lighter than mountains. You're serious. Why wouldn't I be? Leia leaned forward. Goku, you mentioned you can fly, and you've demonstrated incredible strength, but you're asking us to believe you can physically transport 3,000 individuals across a planet and into space. That's impossible? Goku grinned. I get that a lot. Tell you what, get me to this Wobani place, and I'll show you what I can do. If it doesn't work, we'll figure out Plan B. There is no Plan B, Thalia growled. This is a suicide mission. The only reason we're even considering it is because you're apparently indestructible. Not indestructible, just really tough to kill. Han laughed despite himself. All right, farm boy. I like your attitude, even if you're crazy. Leia, you really want to greenlight this? The princess studied Goku for a long moment. Through the Force, she didn't know she was Force-sensitive yet, but the potential was there. She felt something. Not darkness, not the cold void of the Empire. Something warm. Genuine. Yes, she decided. We proceed. Han, prep the Falcon. We leave in 2 hours. We? Han's eyebrows shot up. Princess, you're not seriously coming on this. I won't ask our people to risk their lives on a mission I'm not willing to oversee personally. That's noble and stupid in equal measure. Then we have something in common with our new ally. Goku just smiled. The Millennium Falcon was unlike any ship Goku had seen. Battered, asymmetrical, held together by what appeared to be hope and mechanical spite. But when Han fired the engines, Goku felt the power thrumming through the hull. She doesn't look like much, Han said, noticing Goku's expression, but she's got it where it counts. They broke atmosphere under false transponder codes, just another freighter among thousands leaving Coruscant. Once clear of Imperial patrols, Han punched the hyperdrive. The stars stretched. Goku pressed against the viewport, his face lit with childlike wonder. Whoa, what just happened? Hyperspace, Leia explained. Faster than light travel through an alternate dimension. How do your people travel between stars? Spaceships, usually. Though I can breathe in space for a while, so sometimes I just fly. You can breathe in space? For like a few minutes. Maybe longer? I haven't really tested it. Usually doesn't come up. Han looked at Leia. You're sure he's not pulling our legs? I watched him punch through the Emperor's force barrier, Leia said quietly. At this point, I'm prepared to believe anything. The trip to Wobani took 6 hours. Goku spent most of it asking questions. About hyperspace, about the rebellion, about the galaxy's history. He learned about the Clone Wars, the Jedi Purge, the formation of the Empire. With each revelation, his expression grew more serious. So your Emperor, Goku said slowly, he manipulated an entire war, played both sides, got the Jedi to fight and die while he took over? The Jedi were powerful, Leia confirmed, but they were also blind to political machinations. By the time they realized Palpatine was a Sith Lord, it was too late. And this Vader guy, Obi-Wan, seemed to know him. Leia's expression darkened. There are rumors that Darth Vader was once a Jedi named Anakin Skywalker, that he fell to the dark side and helped Palpatine exterminate his former brothers and sisters. That's rough, Goku said quietly, betraying your friends like that. The dark side corrupts, twists you until you're unrecognizable. Maybe, but I've met people who came back from that kind of darkness. Piccolo was evil once, tried to take over the world. Now he's one of my best friends. Vegeta killed thousands, but he's changed. People can redeem themselves if they want to. Vader has killed millions, Leia said flatly. Entire planets have fallen to his blade. If there's any good left in him, it's buried too deep to matter. Goku didn't argue, but something in his expression suggested he wasn't convinced. The Falcon dropped out of hyperspace. Wabani hung before them, a hellscape of volcanic activity and toxic atmosphere. On the night side, the labor camp glowed like a wound, its lights stark against the darkness. "There's our target," Han said grimly. "Imperial patrol frequency suggests 2 Star Destroyers in system. We get in, you do your thing, we get out. Simple." "Nothing about this is simple," Leia muttered. "You're right," Han grinned. "It's complicated, dangerous, and probably suicidal. Just like every other rebel mission." Goku stood stretching. "So I just fly down, break into the prison, free everyone, and bring them back up here?" "That's the plan, assuming you can actually..." Goku placed 2 fingers to his forehead and vanished. Han's jaw dropped. "Where did he..." "He's gone," Leia breathed, sensing through the Force. "He just... teleported." "He can teleport?" "Apparently." Han slumped into his pilot's chair. "I need a drink. This galaxy's getting too weird." Goku materialized inside the labor camp, his instant transmission locking onto the largest concentration of life energy. He stood in a massive dormitory, hundreds of bunks, thousands of emaciated prisoners staring at him in shock. "Hey," he said, waving, "I'm here to break you out. Everyone ready to go home?" For a moment's silence, then someone started crying, then cheering, then everyone was moving, pressing forward, hope blazing in eyes that had known only despair. Outside, alarms shrieked as sensors detected the unauthorized presence. Goku smiled. This was going to be fun. The first wave of stormtroopers burst through the dormitory doors, blasters raised. Their training demanded immediate suppression of the prisoner uprising. They fired. Goku moved. The blaster bolts, particle beams that could punch through Durasteel, hit his palm and dissipated. He learned in the throne room that his ki could deflect energy attacks if he focused. These bolts were weaker than Palpatine's lightning. Child's play. "Sorry about this," Goku said, and tapped the lead trooper's chest. The man flew backward, crashing through his entire squad like bowling pins. They tumbled in a heap, armor cracked but not breached. Goku had pulled the strike, using just enough force to incapacitate without killing. "Everyone stay behind me," he called to the prisoners. "I'll handle the guards." An AT-AT Walker's shadow fell across the dormitory as the massive war machine positioned itself outside. Its heavy laser cannon swiveled, targeting the building. Goku shot through the roof. He appeared in front of the AT-AT's cockpit, hovering at eye level with the pilot. The Imperial officer's eyes widened behind his helmet. Goku waved, then punched the armored viewport. The transparent steel, rated to withstand heavy weapons fire, shattered like glass. Goku reached in, grabbed the pilot and co-pilot by their collars, and gently placed them on the ground. "Stay put, okay? This'll be over soon." He flew back up, positioned himself at the Walker's center of mass, and pushed. The AT-AT, 43 metric tons of Imperial engineering, toppled sideways. It crashed into the second Walker, and both machines collapsed in a screech of tortured metal. Every prisoner, guard, and Imperial officer stopped and stared. "Okay!" Goku clapped his hands together. "Who's ready to leave?" Aboard the Millennium Falcon, proximity alarms shrieked. 2 Star Destroyers breaking orbit, Han reported, hands flying across the controls. "They're launching TIE fighters, lots of TIE fighters." "Can we make the jump to light speed?" Leia demanded. "Not until Goku gets back with the prisoners." "Where is he?" As if in answer, Goku appeared on the hull. Outside, in the vacuum of space, carrying 50 prisoners in a massive ki bubble, Han's eyes nearly popped from his skull. "What?" Goku tapped the airlock. Han, moving on pure instinct, cycled it open. The ki bubble contracted, pulling the prisoners inside before Goku sealed it behind them. Then he vanished again. "He's making runs," Leia breathed, watching the sensors. "He's teleporting groups of prisoners from the surface directly to us." "That's impossible!" "Han, we've established that word doesn't apply to him." Goku reappeared. Another 50 prisoners, then gone. Back. Another group. Gone. Back. The TIE fighters reached weapons range and opened fire. Laser bolts lanced through space toward the Falcon. Goku intercepted them mid-flight. He flew through the barrage, his aura deflecting shots, his hands swatting bolts aside like annoying insects. A TIE fighter locked onto him. He grabbed it by the wing and threw it into two more fighters. All three exploded in brilliant fireballs. "He's fighting starfighters," Han shouted. "By himself, in space." "Focus," Leia snapped. "We need to be ready to jump the instant he's finished." Inside the Falcon, the cargo hold overflowed with prisoners. They pressed against every available space, their faces showing shock, hope, disbelief. Many were crying. Some prayed to gods they thought had abandoned them. Goku made his final run. The last 100 prisoners materialized in the common area, packed tight but safe. He appeared in the cockpit, floating outside the viewport, and gave a thumbs up. His breathing was labored, even for him. Repeated instant transmissions combined with maintaining Kai shields for hundreds of people in vacuum was exhausting. His power had stabilized at about 90% capacity now, his body adapting to this universe's physics, but the dimensional interference still made everything harder than it should be. "Go!" he shouted, though sound didn't carry in vacuum. The message was clear. Han punched the hyperdrive. The Falcon elongated, stars stretched into lines, and the ship vanished into hyperspace. Goku turned to face the Star Destroyers. Hundreds of TIE fighters swarmed toward him. Behind them, the massive capital ship's turbo-laser batteries swiveled in his direction. "All right," he muttered to himself. "Let's see how tough these things really are." The Star Destroyer's captain watched his tactical display in mounting horror. "All batteries, fire! I want that target vaporized." Emerald lances of superheated plasma erupted from every turbo-laser battery, enough firepower to reduce a corvette to atoms. The coordinated barrage converged on a single point. On Goku, the explosion when they hit was visible from orbit. A miniature sun birthed in the void. "Target destroyed, sir," the weapons officer reported. "Confirm kill. I want visual." Something emerged from the fireball. Goku, his aura blazing gold now, his Super Saiyan transformation finally stabilizing in this universe. His hair stood on end, defying the vacuum. His eyes gleamed teal. Power radiated from him in waves that made the Force itself shudder. "Okay," he said, his voice somehow carrying across the comm frequencies. "That really hurt. You guys are serious." He raised both hands above his head. Blue energy began to gather, a sphere of concentrated ki that grew larger with each passing second. "What is that?" the captain whispered. "Sir, energy readings are off the scale. It's me. Me. The sphere compressed, then elongated into a beam between Goku's palms. The energy distorted space itself, creating visible ripples in the starfield. "Ha!" The Kamehameha erupted, a column of blue-white destruction wider than a corvette, carrying more kinetic and thermal energy than 100 turbo-laser batteries firing simultaneously. It crossed the distance to the Star Destroyer in half a second, and punched clean through the ship, entered at the prow, superheated a tunnel through every bulkhead, every compartment, every system, and exploded out the engine section. The Star Destroyer's reactor, compromised, went critical. The massive vessel broke in half. Secondary explosions rippled along its length as ammunition stores cooked off, fuel cells ruptured, and the artificial gravity failed. Debris scattered in every direction. Escape pods launched desperately. The dying ship began its slow tumble toward Wobani's gravity well. The second Star Destroyer immediately reversed engines, putting distance between itself and this impossible threat. Goku floated in the void, breathing hard. His Super Saiyan form flickered, still not entirely stable in this universe. That Kamehameha had taken more out of him than it should have, but it had worked. He placed 2 fingers to his forehead, locked onto the Falcon's energy signature across the galaxy, and vanished. Behind him, the Imperial fleet scrambled to process what had just happened. Across every channel, the same report echoed. A single being just destroyed a Star Destroyer. Repeat, one individual destroyed an entire capital ship. Request immediate reinforcement. Request? The transmission cut off as the captain realized the implications. If word of this spread, if the galaxy learned that one person could challenge the Empire's military might, it would change everything. Goku materialized in the Falcon's cargo hold, startling several prisoners. His Super Saiyan form faded, golden hair returning to black, and he slumped against the wall. Sorry, he gasped. Just need a minute. Leia pushed through the crowd. Goku, are you hurt? Just tired. Using that much power in this universe. It's like running through mud. He managed a weak grin. But everyone's safe, right? That's what matters. You just destroyed an Imperial Star Destroyer, Leia said quietly. Do you understand what that means? That they'll probably send more? That you've given hope to millions. The Empire's greatest weapon. Its projection of invincibility. You just shattered it. She looked around at the freed prisoners, at their faces lit with something they hadn't felt in years. These people will tell their story, it will spread, and every oppressed system in the galaxy will hear that the Empire can be beaten. Or, Han interjected, joining them, it'll make the Empire go absolutely crazy trying to kill you, which great for the rebellion's PR, bad for your life expectancy. I'll manage, Goku said, pushing himself upright. His stomach growled audibly. But man, I'm starving. You guys wouldn't happen to have entire hold full of ration bars, Han pointed. Help yourself. You earned it. As Goku moved toward the supplies, Leia watched him. This being from beyond the stars, this warrior who casually accomplished the impossible, was devouring military rations like they were delicacies. Han, she said quietly, I think we just found our secret weapon. Or the thing that gets us all killed. Perhaps both. 3,000 light years away, aboard the Executor, Darth Vader received the report. He stood in his meditation chamber, the only place he could remove his mask and breathe the Bacta-rich atmosphere his ruined body required. Lord Vader, Captain Piet's voice crackled over the secure comm. We've received word from Wabani. The labor camp has been liberated, 3,000 prisoners freed, and the Resolute destroyed, my lord. A single being, the Saiyan, destroyed an entire Star Destroyer. Vader's scarred face twisted, not in anger, in something else. Recognition. He had felt the kind of power before. Different source, different nature, but the same fundamental truth. The power to stand alone against impossible odds. To be the fulcrum upon which entire battles turned. Anakin Skywalker had possessed such power once. Assemble my personal squadron, Vader ordered. Prep my TIE advanced, and contact the Inquisitors, all of them. I want them converging on my position. My lord, are we hunting the Saiyan? Yes, but not to kill him. Vader's breathing echoed in the chamber. The Emperor wishes him destroyed. But he paused, well, I want to understand him. This Goku fights for others, not for power. Shows mercy to enemies, protects the weak. Vader's mechanical hands clenched. I want to know why. Sir? Never mind. Just follow your orders, Captain. Yes, Lord Vader. The comm died. Vader stared at his reflection in the polished chamber walls. Behind his twisted features, something stirred. Something he thought long dead. Doubt. Not about the Empire. Not about his master. Doubt about himself. The Falcon dropped out of hyperspace at the Rebellion's secret base, a repurposed asteroid station in the Polis Massa system. As they approached, a dozen X-Wings flew escort, their S-foils in attack position until they confirmed friendly IFF codes. The prisoners disembarked in waves, each one processed by rebel medics and intelligence officers. Their testimonies will be recorded, their stories verified, and their information about Imperial operations compiled. But first, they were fed, clothed, given medical attention and the first kindness they'd experienced in months or years. Goku watched from the docking bay, munching on his fourth ration pack, as families reunited. As hardened criminals and political dissidents and innocent victims of Imperial paranoia all share the same expression of overwhelming relief. Feels good, doesn't it? The voice asked. Goku turned. An older man approached, his orange rebel pilot suit worn but well-maintained, his weathered face kind. I'm Luke Skywalker. Well, not the Luke you met on Tatooine. That's my nephew, same name. I'm his uncle. I heard you saved him and Ben from Imperial attention. You're related to that kid. He seemed nice. He is. Takes after his father. Luke Sr.'s expression clouded briefly. But that's a long story. I wanted to thank you for what you did today, for what you're doing. just helping people who need help. That's rarer than you think in this galaxy. Most beings look out for themselves first. He studied Goku. You're different. The Force is strong around you, though not in you. It's like you exist parallel to it. A few people have mentioned this Force thing. What exactly is it? It's the energy that binds the galaxy together. Life creates it, makes it grow. Some of us can sense it, manipulate it. The Jedi used it for peace. The Sith pervert it for power. So it's like Kai, but everyone shares the same source? Goku's eyes lit up. That's actually really cool. Back home, everyone has their own ki, but here it's all connected. That explains why everything feels so weird. My ki's separate from your Force, so they don't mix properly. That would explain why you resisted the Emperor's attacks. His power flows through the Force. Yours operates on entirely different principles. Yeah, that's what I figured. Goku finished his ration pack. So, what happens now? I helped free some people, but the Emperor's still out there. And from what I can tell, he's pretty much running things. The rebellion has been planning for years. We have intelligence networks, fleet resources, political allies hidden throughout the Senate. But we've never had, Luke gestured at Goku, someone like you. Someone who can strike at the Empire's heart and actually survive. You want me to fight more? I want to offer you a choice. Join us formally and we'll coordinate strikes against Imperial targets. Use your power where it matters most, or continue as you have been. Independent, helping where you see fit. Either way, the rebellion will support you however we can. Goku considered this. I'm not great at following orders or plans. Usually I just show up and punch whoever's causing trouble until the problem's solved. Luke smiled. Then perhaps independence suits you better. But know this, if you ever need us, we'll be there. You saved 3,000 lives today. The rebellion doesn't forget its friends. Thanks, that means a lot. A commotion erupted near the command center. Leia emerged, her face urgent. We've received a transmission from Darth Vader himself. He's requesting to speak with Goku, alone. Everyone in the docking bay turned to stare. That's a trap, Han said immediately, joining them. Obviously a trap. You go meet him, he's got a fleet waiting to blow you up. Maybe, Goku said. Or maybe he actually wants to talk. Why would Vader want to talk? He kills people. It's kind of his whole thing. When we fought, he seemed conflicted, like he was following orders but didn't fully believe in them. Goku shrugged. Could be interesting. Interesting is not worth dying for. I'm not gonna die, probably. Goku turned to Leia. Where does he want to meet? Neutral space, the Hoth system. No fleets, no reinforcements, just him. Then I'll go. Goku, Leia said carefully. Vader is the Emperor's right hand. He's responsible for atrocities beyond counting. If this is a trap, then I'll escape. But if he genuinely wants to talk, Goku's expression became serious. Maybe I can learn something about him, about the Force, about why people follow someone like Palpatine. You can't defeat an enemy if you don't understand them. Leia and Han exchanged glances. He's either brilliant or completely insane, Han muttered. Can it be both? Goku grinned. Despite the situation's gravity, Leia found herself smiling. All right, we'll provide transport to the Hoth system. But Goku, promise me you'll be careful. Vader is dangerous in ways you might not anticipate. I promise. As preparations began, Goku looked out the viewport at the stars beyond. Somewhere out there, the Dark Lord of the Sith was waiting. And despite the danger, despite the obvious threat, Goku was curious. What did Darth Vader want to say? The Hoth system hung at the edge of the galaxy, an ice world orbiting a distant blue star, uninhabited save for native fauna. The perfect location for a secret meeting. The Millennium Falcon dropped out of hyperspace first. Sensors immediately detected Vader's TIE advanced, the distinctive modified starfighter floating alone against the starfield. No other ships, Han reported, scanning frantically. No star destroyers hiding in the asteroid field. No fighter squadrons in stealth mode. It's just him. He kept his word, Leia murmured, surprised despite herself. Goku stood at the airlock, his GI repaired with materials from the rebel quartermaster, orange and blue once again. His energy was fully recovered now. His power stabilized at near 100% as his body completed its adaptation to this universe. "You sure about this?" Han asked one final time. "Nope," Goku smiled. "But that's never stopped me before." He cycled the airlock and stepped into space. His aura flared, white gold energy that created a protective bubble against the vacuum. He could survive out here for hours now, his Saiyan physiology and Kai control compensating for the lack of atmosphere. Vader's TIE. Advance flew closer, its angular wings cutting through the void like a predator's fins. The cockpit viewport revealed the Dark Lord's masked face, illuminated by red instrument lights. They faced each other across 100 meters of empty space. Then Vader's TIE opened its hatch. Against all reason, against every survival instinct, Darth Vader stepped out into vacuum. His suit sealed completely, the internal systems providing life support. He floated toward Goku with the Force guiding his movements. They met in the middle. For a long moment, neither spoke. The comm channels remained silent. They simply studied each other, warrior to warrior. Finally, Vader's voice crackled across the short-range frequency. "You came. You asked to talk. Figured I'd hear what you have to say. Even knowing I serve the Emperor? That my orders are to capture or kill you? Yeah, because you asked to meet alone. Without your fleet, without backup." Goku tilted his head. "That doesn't seem like someone who's just following orders." Vader was silent for several heartbeats. Then, "You are perceptive for someone so young." "I'm actually in my 40s. Maybe older? I died a couple times, so the math gets confusing." "You died?" "Yep, it's a long story. Comes with the territory when you fight gods and universe destroyers." Goku crossed his arms, floating comfortably in the vacuum. "So what did you want to talk about?" Vader turned slightly, looking back toward where Coruscant would be, thousands of light years away. "The Emperor believes you are a threat that must be eliminated. He has mobilized resources across the Empire to find and destroy you. Inquisitors, fleets, entire legions of troops, all dedicated to your death." "Okay, you do not seem concerned." "Should I be? I've faced worse odds." "Perhaps," Vader paused. "But I did not call you here to warn you. I called you because I have questions." "Shoot. Why do you fight?" "Not for power. I sensed that immediately. Not for glory or conquest. You could have sided with the Emperor, been given systems to rule, wealth beyond measure. Instead, you chose the rebellion. Why?" Goku considered the question seriously. "Where I come from, I was raised by my grandpa Gohan. He was a martial artist, taught me everything I know. But the most important lesson he gave me wasn't about fighting, it was about why we fight. And that is, to protect people who can't protect themselves, to stand up to bullies and tyrants, to make sure the strong don't prey on the weak." Goku met Vader's masked gaze. "Your Emperor, he's a bully. He blows up planets, enslaves people, rules through fear. That's wrong, so I'm gonna stop him." "So simple," Vader murmured. "So clear." "It is simple. Why? Don't you think it's wrong?" The question hung between them like a blade. Vader struggled. "I serve order. The Empire brings stability to a chaotic galaxy. Yes, there is suffering. Yes, there is cruelty. But the alternative, endless war, systems tearing each other apart, billions dead in pointless conflicts." "That's what he tells you," Goku interrupted gently. "But is it true? Or is it just an excuse to keep doing terrible things?" "You dare!" "I'm not attacking you. I'm asking, really asking. Do you actually believe what you're saying? Or are you just trying to convince yourself?" Vader's breathing became labored. Through the Force, through the dark side he'd embraced for decades, emotions surged that he'd thought long buried. Doubt, shame, regret. "I was like you once," he said finally. "Young, idealistic, believed I could save everyone. I was the chosen one, prophesied to bring balance to the Force. Instead, his mechanical hands clenched. I destroyed everything I loved, killed my friends, betrayed my brothers, all in pursuit of power to prevent loss. What did you lose? Everything. The single word carried weight that Goku felt even across the communication gap. My wife, my unborn child, my very identity. I became this. He gestured to his armor. A shell, a weapon for a master I cannot refuse. Cannot, or choose not to. Vader's head snapped toward him. You know nothing of what I've endured. The Emperor's power is absolute. To defy him is death. Then die fighting him, Goku said simply. It's better than living as a slave. You think death is preferable to service? I think living without freedom isn't really living at all. You said you lost everything, but you're still here, still breathing, still making choices like calling me to meet you alone, which I bet your Emperor didn't order you to do. Vader was silent. You asked why I fight, Goku continued. I'll tell you the real reason. Because I can. Because I have the strength to stand between innocent people and the things that want to hurt them. You have that strength too. Maybe more than me, since you actually understand this galaxy's politics and stuff, but you're using it for the wrong side. I cannot betray the Emperor. He would destroy me. Maybe, or maybe you're stronger than you think. Goku smiled, that warm, genuine expression that seemed impossible in the cold void. Back home, I had a friend named Vegeta. He was evil once, worked for Frieza, killed countless people, but he changed, fought beside us, became one of the greatest warriors I know. If he could come back from that, why can't you? I have killed so many, yeah, and you can't undo that. But you can choose different from here forward. You can stop making it worse. Through the Force, Darth Vader felt something crack. Not his armor, not his body, something deeper. The wall he'd built around the last remaining piece of Anakin Skywalker. The barrier that separated him from his past, from his guilt, from his humanity. If I turned against the Emperor, he said slowly, he would sense it immediately. The moment I even considered betrayal, he would know. The dark side binds master and apprentice. I cannot hide my thoughts from him. Then we make it so he can't do anything about it when he finds out. How? Goku's expression became absolutely serious. I challenge him directly. No tricks, no tactics. Just me and him, one-on-one. If I win, the Empire loses its leader and maybe people can choose freedom. If I lose, he shrugged. Well, at least I tried. That is suicide. The Emperor's mastery of the dark side is probably really impressive, yeah. But I've fought gods, literal gods, universe-destroying demons. If your Emperor's as strong as everyone says, then fighting him will tell me exactly what I'm dealing with. Vader studied him. This being from beyond the stars, this Saiyan warrior, was completely sincere. He genuinely believed he could challenge the most powerful Force user in galactic history and survive. More than that, he believed he could win. You are mad, Vader said. I get that a lot. Despite everything, despite decades of darkness, despite his conditioning, despite his self-hatred, Darth Vader laughed. A genuine sound, mechanical and broken, but real. If you truly intend to face the Emperor, then I will not interfere. More than that, he paused. When the time comes, I will ensure you reach him. No fleets, no inquisitors, no interruptions, just you and my master, as you wish. You'd do that, even though he's your boss? I am curious to see if the impossible can be achieved. If one being operating outside the Force's constraints can accomplish what the Jedi Order in its prime could not. Vader's masked gaze intensified. Destroy the Emperor, Goku, free me from his service, or die trying and prove that even your power has limits. Either outcome, I would see with my own eyes. Goku extended his hand. Deal. Vader stared at the offered hand, a gesture of trust, of partnership, something he hadn't experienced since. He grasped Goku's hand with his mechanical one. The Force and Ki, two fundamentally different powers, met in that handshake. For a moment, reality itself seemed to pause, acknowledging the significance. The Emperor will summon you soon, Vader said. He's consolidating forces at the Endor system. A trap, of course. He intends to lure the rebellion there and crush them, with you as bait. Good, I'll be there. You understand he will be at full power? That every advantage will be his? Yep, that's how the best fights work, when everything's on the line. Goku's smile was fierce. Tell your Emperor I'm coming, and I'm not backing down. Vader released his hand and turned back toward his tie. Before entering, he paused. Goku, in another life, another time, we might have been allies, perhaps even friends. We could still be friends. After I beat your boss and you stop working for evil people. Another broken laugh. Perhaps. May the Force be with you, Saiyan. You too, Vader. The Dark Lord re-entered his tie. Advanced, the craft's engines flared, and it shot away into hyperspace. Goku floated alone in the void, looking toward the distant galactic core. Somewhere out there, the Emperor waited, and soon, very soon, they would settle this. He placed 2 fingers to his forehead and teleported back to the Falcon. Aboard the Executor, Darth Vader stood in his private meditation chamber, his mask removed, breathing bacta-infused air. Through the Force, he felt his master's presence reaching out. Lord Vader, Palpatine's voice echoed, I sense disturbance. Have you completed your hunt? The Saiyan has been located, Master. He will come to Endor as you predicted. Excellent. And your doubts? Vader forced his thoughts into rigid patterns, hiding the truth behind practiced mental shields. Are irrelevant. I serve the Empire. Good, very good. The Emperor's presence withdrew, satisfied. But in the darkness of his chamber, Anakin Skywalker, the man who still existed beneath the machine, allowed himself a moment of hope. Perhaps redemption was possible after all. The forest moon of Endor rotated serenely beneath the second Death Star, a partially completed battle station even larger than its predecessor. From orbit, the construction looked vulnerable, its superstructure exposed like bones beneath skin. But appearances deceived. This Death Star was fully operational where it mattered most. The rebel fleet assembled at the edge of the system, dozens of capital ships and hundreds of fighters gathered for their most desperate gambit yet. Intelligence suggested the Emperor himself was aboard the battle station, overseeing its final construction. If they could destroy it with him aboard. Goku floated outside the command ship, Home 1, his aura protecting him from the vacuum as he studied the massive structure. Even from this distance, he could feel it, that concentrated darkness he'd first sensed in Palpatine's throne room, but magnified 100-fold. Admiral Akbar's voice crackled across the comm. Goku, please return to the ship. The fleet is preparing to jump. Just scouting, Goku replied. But he complied, teleporting directly to the bridge. The rebel command staff had stopped being surprised by his casual violations of physics. Leia stood at the tactical display, her face grave. Han was prepping his strike team for the ground assault. Luke Skywalker, the younger one, had arrived from his Jedi training, his lightsaber hanging at his belt. The plan is simple, Leia explained, gesturing at the hologram. Han's team disables the shield generator on Endor's surface. Once the shields are down, our fighters punch through and destroy the reactor core. Meanwhile, I go straight to the Emperor, Goku finished. That wasn't... Leia paused. Actually, yes. That's exactly what we need you to do. Keep him distracted. Keep his attention on you instead of the fleet. The kid's bait, Han said, not unkindly. Dangerous bait that can punch through Star Destroyers, but still bait. I'm okay with that, Goku said, as long as everyone else stays safe while I'm fighting. Luke approached, his young face serious. Goku, I've been training in the Force, learning what it means to be a Jedi, and I can feel something about you. You're not part of the Force, but you affect it, like a stone in a river, changing the current around you. Is that bad? No, just different. But be careful. The Emperor isn't just powerful, he's cunning. He'll try to manipulate you, turn your strength against you. Let him try, Goku smiled. I've dealt with manipulators before. Usually works out. Usually, well, sometimes I get mind-controlled, but then my friends save me. It's all good. Han pinched the bridge of his nose. I swear if we survive this, I'm retiring to a nice quiet moisture farm. No, you won't, Leia said, kissing his cheek. No, I won't, Han agreed with a sigh. The fleet jumped to hyperspace. They emerged directly into hell. The Imperial fleet waited, not just a few Star Destroyers, but dozens. The Emperor's trap was sprung, and the rebel ships found themselves surrounded by firepower that could reduce planets to slag. It's a trap, Akbar shouted, the phrase that would echo through rebel history. Turbo laser fire lit the void. Rebel cruisers returned fire, their shields flaring under the onslaught. Fighters launched, X-Wings and A-Wings and B-Wings streaming toward the Death Star, only to find its shield still operational. The shield generator's still up, Leia's voice cracked with stress. Han, what's your status? On Endor's surface, Han's team raced through the forest, pursued by scout troopers and AT-ST walkers. Working on it! We've got company! The rebel fleet began taking casualties. The Liberty exploded, its reactor breached. Smaller ships disintegrated under concentrated fire. The Empire was methodically destroying them. Goku, Leia turned to him, her face pale. We need time. Whatever you're going to do, I'm going. He placed a hand on her shoulder. You've all been great. Thanks for believing in me. I'll handle the Emperor. What if you can't? Then at least I'll give you a chance to escape. He smiled one last time. May the Force be with you. That's how you say it, right? Before she could respond, Goku vanished. He reappeared in the Emperor's throne room. The space was vast and dark, illuminated only by the viewport showing the battle raging outside. Palpatine sat on his throne exactly as before, as if he'd never moved, his yellow eyes gleaming with malevolent anticipation. Darth Vader stood at his right hand. Welcome, the Emperor rasped. I have been expecting you. Yeah, figured. Goku rolled his shoulders, loosening up. So here's the deal. You let those rebels go, stop trying to take over the galaxy, and I won't have to fight you. Palpatine's laugh was like dry leaves in a tomb. Still so naive, so delightfully predictable. Tell me, Saiyan, did you truly think I would simply allow you to challenge me? That I had not prepared for every possibility? Probably not, but I had to try talking first. How noble, how Jedi-like, and how utterly pointless. The Emperor gestured to the viewport. Behold your rebellion. Even now my fleet tears them apart. Your friends die by the thousands, and you stand here, powerless to save them. Goku's fist clenched. Outside, another rebel cruiser exploded. You want to help them? Palpatine continued, his voice oily. But you cannot, because if you leave to save a few ships, I will obliterate the rest. If you stay to fight me, they die without your protection. A perfect trap, not for your body, but for your compassion. You're wrong about one thing, Goku said quietly. Oh? I'm not powerless. His aura began to glow. And I'm not alone. On Endor's surface, Han's team reached the shield generator. As Imperial troops closed in, the native Ewoks, small furry creatures the Empire had dismissed as harmless, attacked from the trees. Their primitive weapons targeted weak points in the AT-ST armor, bringing down walkers that had withstood rebel blasters. Hurry! Han shouted, planting charges on the generator. In space, Luke Skywalker reached out through the Force. He couldn't match the Emperor's power, not yet, but he could do something else. He could inspire, could give hope. Every rebel pilot, every gunner, every commander felt it, a warmth in their chest, a certainty that they fought for something worth dying for. The rebel fleet rallied, and in the throne room, Goku's power exploded. His aura shifted from white gold to pure golden. His hair spiked up, defying gravity even in the artificial environment. His eyes became teal, burning with power that made the Force itself recoil. Super Saiyan, full power, no dimensional interference, no adaptation period needed. His body had fully acclimated to this universe, and now he showed his true strength. Let's do this, Goku said. Palpatine rose from his throne, and the frail old man facade shattered. Power radiated from him. Decades of dark side mastery, the accumulated corruption of 1,000 Sith Lords channeled through one being. The throne room's temperature dropped. Frost formed on the viewports. Yes, the Emperor hissed. Yes! Show me the power that destroyed my weapon. Show me if you can match a Sith Lord at full strength. Lightning erupted, not from his hands, but from his entire body. The throne room became a storm of electricity, purple-white death that could disintegrate Durasteel. Goku charged straight through it. His aura deflected most of the lightning, his Kai-reinforced body tanking the rest. He closed the distance in a heartbeat, his fist aimed at Palpatine's chest. The Emperor teleported, not instant transmission, but a force technique that moved him across the room. Lightning continued and weaved, his Super Saiyan speed making him a golden blur. When he couldn't dodge, he punched through, obliterating obstacles with casual strikes. "Impressive," Palpatine cackled, "but can you match this?" He thrust both hands forward. A wave of pure dark side energy erupted. Not lightning, but concentrated hatred and suffering given form. It was the accumulated pain of every being the Empire had tortured, every world it had subjugated, every life it had extinguished, weaponized. The attack hit Goku like a tsunami. He staggered, his aura flickering. This wasn't physical damage. It was spiritual assault. The dark side trying to infiltrate his mind, his heart, to corrupt him from within. For a moment, Palpatine smiled in triumph. Then Goku pushed back. His Kai, pure life energy from a universe where the Force didn't exist, had no natural defense against the dark side. But Goku had faced similar attacks before. Babbidi's mind control, the Majin corruption, he'd resisted them through sheer force of will. He did so again now. "Nice try," Goku gritted out, his aura blazing brighter. "But I've got friends counting on me. I'm not giving up." He exploded forward, his fist connected with Palpatine's hastily raised force barrier. The barrier shattered. The punch sent the Emperor flying, crashing through the viewport. Glass exploded outward into space. Palpatine tumbled into the void, his robes whipping in the escaping atmosphere. For a moment, Goku thought it was over. Then Palpatine stopped himself mid-fall, floating in vacuum through force alone. Around him, the debris from the broken viewport began to orbit like a miniature solar system. His eyes blazed with power that made the stars themselves seem dim. "You dare!" His voice carried across the void, amplified by the Force. "You dare strike the Emperor of the Galaxy?" "Pretty much, yeah." Goku flew through the breach, his aura protecting him. They faced each other in space, the battle raging around them. Below, on Endor, the shield generator exploded. Han's team cheered as the protective field collapsed. In space, Leia felt hope surge. "All craft! The shield is down! Commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor!" The Rebel fleet dove toward the massive station. TIE fighters pursued, but now X-Wings covered them, dogfighting with desperate courage. Palpatine sensed his trap failing and screamed with rage. He pulled on the dark side with everything he had, drew from the Sith, spirits bound to his will, from the suffering of quadrillions across his empire, from the dark heart of the Force itself. A storm manifested in space, not a natural phenomenon, a Force storm. Lightning arced between capital ships. The fabric of reality began to tear at the edges, revealing glimpses of hyperspace bleeding through. "If I cannot have victory," Palpatine shrieked, "then all shall perish." He was pulling power enough to destroy not just the fleets, but possibly Endor itself. The moon trembled as tectonic forces responded to his fury. Goku felt it, the massive energy building, the catastrophic attack forming. He had seconds to respond. He made his choice. Me. Blue energy gathered between his palms. Not his full power. If he used that, the explosion might destroy both fleets. But enough. Concentrated. Precise. Palpatine unleashed his Force storm. Ha! The Kamehameha met the dark side manifestation head-on. Two fundamentally incompatible energies collided. Kai from a universe where the Force didn't exist, and dark side power accumulated over millennia. They couldn't merge or cancel out. Instead, they annihilated each other in an explosion of impossible colors. The shockwave rippled outward. Ships on both sides rocked. Sensors overloaded. For a moment, every Force-sensitive being in the galaxy felt it. A point of absolute zero where neither light nor dark could exist. When the light faded, Goku and Palpatine floated opposite each other, both breathing hard. The Emperor's robes were scorched. His face showed genuine shock for the first time in decades. "You matched me? Told you I could," Goku panted. His Super Saiyan form flickered. That attack had taken a lot out of him. "Give up. You've lost." "Never!" Palpatine reached out through the Force, not to attack Goku, but to seize control of the Death Star's super laser. The massive weapon began to pivot, its green energy core charging, aimed at the rebel fleet. "No!" Goku shot toward the station, but Palpatine intercepted him with lightning. They grappled in space, exchanging blows at speeds that made them invisible to normal sight. On the Death Star's bridge, Vader watched the super laser charge, watched his master's madness threaten to destroy everything, felt through the Force Goku's desperate struggle. The Saiyan was strong, perhaps the strongest being Vader had ever encountered, but he was tiring, and Palpatine, drawing on the infinite reservoir of the dark side, could fight forever. Unless someone intervened, Vader had made his choice in the Hoth system. He'd simply been waiting for the right moment. This was it. He ignited his lightsaber and drove it through the super laser's primary coupling. The weapon exploded. A chain reaction rippled through the Death Star systems. Emergency alarms shrieked across every deck. "Lord Vader!" an officer screamed. "What have you done?" Vader turned, his mask reflecting the fire spreading across the bridge. "What I should have done years ago." The Death Star began to tear itself apart. In space, Palpatine felt his apprentice's betrayal and roared with fury. His concentration broke. Goku's fist connected with his jaw, sending the Emperor spinning. "Vader!" Palpatine screamed. "Traitor! I will destroy you! I will!" "Talk too much," Goku finished, appearing behind him. "That's a bad habit." He placed both hands against Palpatine's back and released a point-blank ki blast. The Emperor shot toward the dying Death Star like a comet. He crashed through the superstructure, through decks and corridors, finally slamming into the reactor core itself. The reactor, already compromised by Vader's sabotage, destabilized completely. Goku felt the surge of energy and teleported to the nearest rebel ship. He materialized on the bridge of Home 1, startling the crew. "Everyone needs to get back, now!" Admiral Akbar didn't question. "All ships, full retreat, jump to hyperspace." The rebel fleet scattered, ships vanishing into the safety of lightspeed. The Imperial fleet, slower to react, tried to follow. The Death Star exploded. Not the relatively contained destruction of the first station. This was total annihilation, a sphere of energy that vaporized everything within 100 kilometers. Imperial Star Destroyers caught in the blast simply ceased to exist. The shockwave rippled outward, buffeting ships light minutes away. When it cleared, the Death Star was gone. The Emperor was gone. And the Empire's grip on the galaxy shattered. On Endor's surface, Han's team felt the rumble as the station died. They looked up through the forest canopy to see the fireball in the sky, like a second sun being born and dying in an instant. "Is it over?" one soldier whispered. "I think," Han smiled slowly, "I think we won." The Ewoks erupted in celebration, their primitive horns echoing through the forest. Aboard the Executor, Darth Vader stood in the hangar bay as his personal shuttle prepared for departure. Around him, the ship descended into chaos, officers arguing, crew abandoning posts, the command structure that had held for decades crumbling. "My lord," Captain Piet approached hesitantly. "What are your orders?" Vader removed his helmet. Piet gasped. Beneath the mask was a scarred, pale face, more machine than man, but unmistakably human. And in those eyes, something Piet had never seen in all his years of service. Peace. "The Empire is finished," Anakin Skywalker said, his voice no longer filtered through the respirator, raw and damaged but his own. "Tell the crew they're free. They can serve the rebellion, go home, or chart their own path. As for me," he looked toward the coordinates where the Home One had jumped. "I have amends to make." He boarded the shuttle and departed, leaving Piet staring after him in shock. The rebel fleet regrouped at a secret rendezvous point. Damage reports flooded in, but the losses were manageable. They'd survived. More than that, they'd won. Goku floated outside Home 1, watching the celebration through the viewports. Leia, Han, Luke, all of them alive, laughing, crying with relief. As if summoned, Luke Skywalker appeared at the viewport, his face showing shock as he recognized the man floating beside Goku. Father and son stared at each other across the void. Then Luke smiled, tentative, hopeful, forgiving. Anakin wept. The galaxy changed overnight. News of the Emperor's death spread like wildfire. Imperial warlords scrambled for power, their unity shattered. Rebel cells emerged from hiding across 1,000 worlds. Systems that had suffered under tyranny for decades tasted freedom for the first time. It wasn't perfect. The Empire didn't vanish. Remnants would fight for years. But the stranglehold was broken. Hope had returned. Goku stayed for a few months, helping the rebellion, now the New Republic, establish itself. He stopped warlords who tried to seize power, protected refugee convoys, even trained a few Force sensitives in basic ki control, though the techniques didn't translate perfectly. But he never forgot. This wasn't his universe. One day he stood with Leia, Han, Luke, and Anakin on the forest moon of Endor. The construction site where the Death Star had been was now just debris, a memorial to what had almost destroyed them all. "I think I figured it out," Goku said. "How to get home?" "The Force?" Luke asked. "Sort of. The Force and Kai, they're fundamentally different, but they both connect to life, to energy. If I can find the exact frequency I was vibrating at when I arrived, sync my ki to it, I might be able to reverse the dimensional displacement." "Might?" Han raised an eyebrow. "Well, it's theoretical, but I've done crazier things." Leia stepped forward, tears in her eyes. "You saved us, saved the galaxy. We can never repay that." "You already have," Goku smiled. "You gave me food, shelter, friendship. That's more than enough." He hugged each of them, Leia, Han, Luke, even Anakin, who'd become a strange sort of friend during the reconstruction efforts. "May the Force be with you," Luke said. "And you." Goku stepped back, his aura beginning to glow. "Take care of each other. And hey, don't let the next Emperor be evil, okay?" Despite the emotional moment, they laughed. Goku closed his eyes, focused his Kai, and found that dimensional frequency. It was faint, almost gone, but still there, a thread connecting him to his home universe. He pulled. Reality tore. Golden light enveloped him. The Star Wars galaxy faded. Leia's face, the forest, the stars themselves dissolving into brilliant white. For a moment he existed between universes, feeling the infinite possibilities of the multiverse stretching in every direction. Then gravity reasserted itself. Colors returned. Air filled his lungs. Goku opened his eyes to find himself floating above Earth, his home, King Kai's planet visible in the distance. "Goku!" Vegeta's voice crackled across his scouter. "Where have you been?" "You vanished mid-fight with Beerus. He's been waiting to finish the sparring match." Goku laughed, pure joyful relief. "Long story, Vegeta. Really long story. I'll tell you over dinner." "Dinner? You're thinking about food at a time like..." "Always thinking about food." As he flew home, Goku looked back one last time at the Terran reality, now sealed. The Star Wars galaxy was safe. The rebellion had won. And somewhere in that distant universe, his friends would build something better. The Force and Ki had touched, just for a moment, and the galaxy far, far away would never forget the warrior who fell from beyond the stars, fought for people he'd just met, and changed everything. In the Rebel archives, they would record his legend. On 1,000 worlds, parents would tell children about Goku, the Saiyan, who destroyed the Death Star by accident and the Emperor on purpose, who showed them that even the mightiest evil could be overcome, not through politics or schemes or grand strategy, but through simple, unbreakable courage.